Hello, I'm Richard Morden, and this is Wendy Rattel. We're doing another recording, and our question of the day is, are you living your life for the convenience of others? And what does that mean for you? Are you at the beck and call of family members, other people? Have you always been the facilitator for fixing other people's problems and maybe got the title as a fixer, the warrior? And it sounded great for a long time, and you had the feeling, well, they need me. So therefore, that need was something that you enjoyed. At some point, you look around and said, what do I do things for myself? Because maybe you've been at somebody else's house doing things, come home and your house needs tidying up, cleaning, but you don't have the time or the energy because of the demands of others. And it could be health or all kinds of other things. I understand that. But when you look at how easy it is for you to be at someone else's convenience,
Mhm.
you're waiting for them to call you, knowing that, oh, they're going out, they're going to call, they want me to do this. So I better not do anything. So there's guilt attached to that it's because of what I've always done. And when somebody said, do you want to continue to prove your worth or just live your worth? Just unconsciously, we're trying to prove worth. And I'm saying you are your worth. Just live it.
Mm.
And what we're going to talk about is how to have the energy to do more by doing less.
As I was raising kids, it became super mom. My husband worked out of town a lot, and I had 3 kids in high level sports. And the ability to control it all and keep it under, keep all of those balls in the air became the badge of my existence. And as the kids have gotten older, they still come to me because mom can fix everything and mom can make it better. And if mom can't, dad can, which is great. And it becomes very interesting because there is a point where you go, but I shouldn't have to any longer. And then in that same sentence, you say that. And then in the same sentence is, well, okay, but they don't need me. So there's this amazing sense of conflict and guilt and the whole self talk that goes around changing your identity to one of self, to being focused on your own growth and your own health and your own what you need to be around for them and for yourself. It's an interesting dynamic. And Richard and I come from slightly different opinions on this one, which is great. But I think the underlying thing is exactly what Richard just said. How do we remove the distractions so that less is more? So, but Richard, I'm sure you've got more to add to that.
Yes. And your family, all great things. You were able to be there for them. My
Mm.
family is a bit different too. As kids come up, lost my first wife, suddenly I'm a single dad. So different dynamics of how we are involved with our kids and there is that sense of independence. And none of it was done by grand design. Just a matter of how it worked out that as my kids got older, they chose rather independent lives. And I chose with a new marriage to be more independent. And I think we've all created our own life of travel and independence. So my kids are travelers, as I was, and they have lived in different parts of the world. So that independence is more of their own making. And again, it's all choice. So again, we're a text message away, but we're not dependent upon each other, and it's worked for us. So,
Mhm.
but also in a sense, when you have this, I said, if you're living your life for the convenience of others, and probably generationally, you've always done so much for others. You've shut down your feelings, your emotions. You swallow bitterness. You swallow things to just do things because it's not worth making a fight out of it. And how many
Mhm.
times have we given in, or you have given in to something that somebody has, oh, yeah, by the way, the kids are coming over. And then you're like, we had plans. Well, we're changing. They have this or they need this. And so we continually condense our lives and support others around us. And our work tonight will be with some time sheets is how to just create some space. And it's not
Mhm.
about pushing people away or turning things off. It's about creating space for you that's sovereign for you and where you have choices.
Mhm.
Because in that, you're creating independence. And their children will see their parents become more resourceful. And it's not to disregard you as a parent or a grandparent or anything like that. It's allowing each person to realize I have other choices. I don't have to go default grandma and grandpa. I saw with my kids with their grandparents, I had wonderful relationships, things that I never had. I'm so grateful. But it wasn't always the go to. So when you create more options for yourself, more options for, say, your children or whoever, to create other choices, other resourcefulness, that's a skill set. It's not a default that, well, if you can't do it, then nobody's going to help me. Then there's the guilt layer. There's growth here. There's growth of internal worth and wealth. And like I said, you don't need to prove your worth. You just live it. You are it. So what we're going to do is open up some time sheets around this to just give you some space of awareness, of choice, and create energetic opportunities for other things to take place.
So before we start those, Richard, I just want to maybe frame it this way. Even though you probably will choose to do a lot of the things that you have always done, like I can't imagine not having my grandkids around, but coming to it from a place of joy, from a place of this is what I want to do, and this is the time. This is the time that I have allocated to them and for our experience together. So at it from a place of a safe and centered and loving and compassionate place rather than that overwhelming sense of, oh shit, I got one more thing, or this kid's being dropped off, or it's just that overwhelm and that obligatory place. So even in the reframe of that, there's huge power in taking this step to open this to the what else is possible, to opening space for more options. So let's build from that standpoint. Okay.
So call in the team, open all time sheets around this obligatory energy where it's what we've always done for generations. We're obliged to. It's how you do things and sort of the unwritten family rules. Open all time sheets around that and of it and all the energies of that. And open, clear all the obligatory threads of generational aspects of conditioning that you're always there for your family. Yes, you're there, but also you were there to teach, to do for themselves in ways that if something happened to you, they know how to do for themselves. Open all the threads of that, frames, pictures, open, clear, delete now. Open up all the energetic threads, the heartstring pulls, the guilts and the shames that come with this conditioning. That this is what you do. You live your life for the convenience of others. So as you have raised, and yet you tie back into your family, so you're constantly committed. If you choose to, yes. But let's choose to with an open, loving, expansive heart, not the, well, we're not, this is how we do it, so we just consent to it. Open, clear, delete, destroy now. And open all time sheets of this obligation piece that comes with the guilt and the shame, the what ifs, that as you create space for yourselves and choices, you're actually trading space and choices for your family and grandchildren. So they don't always look into you, they look around for what else is possible. What else could they do that is still fun and connecting? What else can they do that is still fun and educational and learning? And not just go to grandmas and grandpas and sit in front of the TV. And I'm not putting anybody down for that. I'm just saying sometimes you're tired and the only option you have is to turn the TV on. What else could be done? Could someone else take them to the library? Do other things that are educational or instructional or whatever, just to give them a chance to do something outside the box. Open all those spaces of possibilities, options, open, clear, delete all the threads and layers of interference, avoidance, what will others think. We're trying to show everybody how to do this right. We're doing it so people can see how good people we are. Nobody sees you. Nobody cares.
Mm.
They're doing their own thing. Open, clear all the thoughts, projections of what others might think or believe about you. Open, clear, delete, destroy, eradicate, obliterate now.
That feels good. Yeah. I don't think I have anything further to add to that one. Well, thank you very much for listening, folks, and hopefully you can take these time sweeps and run them and make them work in your own life. And as always, if you would like to talk to either one of us or both of us, please reach out. We are here for you. Thank you.
Thank you.